I've been to 3. I've been to the Adam Family, or Stick and Old Lace, and a Haunting at Hill House.
Well, like I said, I started as a volunteer, and then I was a cast member, and then I moved up to stage manager, and now I'm an assistant director.
The past couple of years I've been in 2 of the plays and I've been in 2 of the musicals, and the past musical I did, Adam's Family, was probably my favorite musical I've done.
I've been in 7 shows so far, and some of my roles were Gomez, Adams, Shrek, Conrad Birdie, and then a few others.
I've been in the drama club since freshman year. First week of school, I went to the first meeting and fell in love, and I've been in the club ever since.
Around like year and a half since I first got to this high school. I was Gibson, Arsenic, and
I've been in a drama club for just under 2 years now. So last year I did a musical for Adams. I was the flapper ancestor, which was very fun being in the ensemble for my first year doing any show at law. And then last show, I was the role of Eleanor Vance, who was a possessed woman.
I send emails about monthly meetings and other fun activities and fundraisers, and then also sending emails about any information the director has about the show or anything.
And I kind of help recruit people.
it's a hard workload. And if we're counting build, it's a lot to go through. Practices are like some of the longest things you'll see. You'll lose the most sleep you've ever lost in your life.
It takes a lot of work to put on the show because we have like rehearsals 3 days a week leading up to the show. The musicals we have to do singing rehearsals, dancing rehearsals, which takes a lot of work because we're not all experienced with dancing. Also backstage with costume changes and building the sets, which we all do by ourselves with the help of some experienced builders to get people to help us out with opening the show and like bake sales, selling tickets. So finding our people for that is also really hard.
Do ads, and we do some of those, like, you know, the Chipotle nights. We did one at Pops earlier this year.
There are things that pop up that change very quickly, and you have to be really on top of that. You're in charge of getting costumes in order. You're in charge of making sure that everybody's coming to rehearsal and making sure that everybody's doing the fundraising that they're supposed to.
For the play, I definitely think there's less people who come to the play than the musical. So I'd say around 70 people come to the play each night, definitely more on opening night. And for the musical, there's definitely way more people come.
The Friday night, I'd say definitely has the most of like 100. Saturday matinee, most of the old people go to. 50 people, I would guess. And I would put like Saturday night in the middle with like around 75 people.
Well, every show is different. For the musicals, we get more people than the plays. And I would say for the matinees, which is the 2 p.m. shows, we also get less people than, say, opening night.
Plays just aren't as popular for some reason.
The size of the audience definitely can add to the level of stress that the actors and the people in the backstage crew face. So I definitely do think it raises the stakes for them.
We definitely try to dance, do like a bunch of fun things while we're backstage and stuff.
We try to advertise the show as well as possible by making videos for Eagle Eye News to advertise, making paper advertisements, and sharing the word about
I'll do like funny dances and stuff, and it'll make people laugh, and we just listen to music and jam out.
I think that we put in much more work than people that come see the shows, but I feel like if you do look out in the crowd, it depends on who's out there that might scare you more than the amount of people there.
We just try to keep up the spirit, like in the dressing room when we're getting ready and stuff, we'll blast music and we'll all dance together, and it's a lot of fun. And before each show we do an energy circle where we squeeze each other's hands and we just pass our energy to each other. The way that our shows go is we kind of say that our actors work off of the crowd. So that's why the matinee is usually the most like low energy ones. And it's usually the older people from like the senior center and stuff that come. So they're not into the show, they're not laughing at the jokes, they're not like following along with the songs and stuff, so they almost don't pay attention. So it's not as good as like the other shows.
I mean, we have lines out the doors a lot of the time. I know we've sold out a couple shows. So
It's a fun night out too.
Like when you're on stage, you don't really think about who's out there. You're just concentrating so much on like, what you have to do, what you have to say.
We just try to keep everyone all happy and wanting to do this because that's what we want to do because we're so passionate about it.
We have to make sure that we're on top of that. And